Yo, what's up, y'all? This is DMC in the place to be. And you're in the place to be listening to the Friends After 40 podcast. Let's get the conversations going. Rock!
What's up, friends? Welcome back. Friends After 40 podcast. What's good, y'all?
Hello.
I'm pushing
Hi.
through, bro.
Pushing through.
Yeah, I'm low on the weather. I'm pushing through.
Our boy over here is not feeling too well.
Yeah.
Tag, you're it.
Yeah,
I know,
right?
I think she's the last one.
Yeah.
No, I was sick already.
You were?
Yeah.
You were the outbreak.
When we went to Denver, I was sick.
Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Right. I think James was first.
Yep.
Right.
Then I got it.
Right. And
Yeah.
then
You got
Then
it.
you.
right.
And
It
then
was
so
right
you were the
after.
last.
And
Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
and now I got it.
Yeah.
And you were like, "Oh, I got my flu shot."
Shot.
I know. I was talking
Yeah.
mad trash.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
You were talking a lot of trash, as a matter of fact. He was all like,
talking
Uh,
trash.
No,
you know why?
Yeah.
Because he thinks I had the flu. Maybe I did. Because he doesn't have what I had. He is. You like have a cold. I don't know what's
I
going on.
think you had more than one thing because you
See
still.
now. See.
Mhm.
It
still,
lingers. We were
like-
just talking about
Yes.
that. It lingers.
Oh,
The
well.
cough.
All right. yeah.
I'm still going through it right now.
Mhm.
Like I said, I just went to the doctor and they're giving me a whole bunch of stuff, and it's lingering.
See, but
Yeah.
my wife, when she gets sick,
Oh boy.
right, she wants to hold your hand, kiss. She be like,
Oh, she's
"Hold
a
my
James."
hand."
I do the same thing.
Oh, she's a James. Look at that.
Like,
And I am like, stay away from me. You got the
no.
cooties.
That's it.
That's not. And I wind up.
But he
giving
got
you
sick
kiss
like a
and
whole
holding
week
your
and a
hand.
half later after me, almost 2 weeks. How could I have given it to you?
And-
You gave it to him.
Okay,
I'm
fine.
like, I hand sanitize. I was like, all right, I'm about to shake some hands. Let me hand sanitize.
Well, that's
Let
with the
me make
public.
sure.
But with us, I just assume
I
if
do
I
that.
get sick, you're gonna get it, and if you
I
get
mix
sick, I'm
all
gonna
these
get it.
cocktails. I wash my hands. I sang happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday to you.
We got it.
Is that the
Oh.
countdown? The official
Yes.
countdown
Yeah.
for how long you
Yes.
should be
Yeah.
washing your hands for?
Yes.
That's
Mhm.
cool.
Mhm.
All right.
So
Well, hey, we thought today we'd spend this episode having a little bit of fun talking about season 2 and just doing a little bit of a wrap up.
Yep.
As we are really at the end of season 2 and we're in the midst of recording and preparing for season 3 release, but we figured we'd go back in time a little bit and talk about season 2 because it was really, really fun.
It was.
It was probably beyond our thoughts around what we were thinking or, initially when we were putting this all together,
Yep.
right?
I think it was way beyond our expectations of what we would be able to put together in some episodes, especially with the lineup of guests that we had.
Mhm.
It was a crazy ride.
First of all, we had guests.
I know, right?
Yes.
Who are we?
Yeah.
Who are we?
Exactly.
Second of all, we had guests, and we was like, "Can we do guests?" Oh well,
Yeah.
let's do it.
We should probably buy a 5th mic and figure this out.
Yeah.
And we did that. We
Yep.
did that live. We
Yep.
did it virtually,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
and we figured it out.
Mhm.
And it was fun.
It was
It was a lot of
fun.
fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy. And to talk about like the whole virtual experience because and that episode is with Rich Younglord, who was a former Bad Boy producer, which is probably one of my favorite episodes. And the countless technical difficulties
Oh, jeez.
we experienced trying to record that episode.
I
Yeah.
know. I was so mad about
Insane.
that
I
because of what we
know.
lost, the material we
Oh
lost.
my God,
Yes.
we lost so
Right?
much
Because the
good
first
stuff.
one was so good.
So it was so good. He
Yeah.
was. I was like, damn, I forgot how funny he is. He's a great storyteller,
yeah.
and I felt like by the time we got to the version that we ended up with, some of the stories he had already told like 3 times, so they kind of lost their oomph. You know?
Right. Our reactions were just a little
Yeah.
slower.
Yeah, right?
So much content.
Yeah, there was a lot of content.
was
I
good.
mean, we talked about not just content that was lost, and the fun part about this episode in talking and reflecting back on it is there's probably a lot of things we just couldn't say.
Yeah.
Right.
So even right before we hit record, I was like, man, we didn't squeeze all the baby oil out of that bottle.
I mean,
When we got to talking about Diddy, I was like, oh, there was much more baby oil in that bottle than we got to talk about in this episode.
And never have I thrown away an empty bottle of baby oil.
Oh my
The Dave
gosh.
Chappelle joke.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite episodes, just because it was fun catching up with Richard.
Yeah.
And
Definitely.
hearing about all the things that he has going on, but also hearing a lot about his experience getting signed to Bad Boy, and then his experiences while he was on Bad Boy, and some of the people that he's experienced and met. So that was probably one of my favorite episodes.
Yeah, it was definitely a good one. I just all the technical difficulties, which is kind of where my mind,
Yeah.
you know, I'm still a little like little PTSD from it,
Yeah.
But
and trying to figure it out. But
we recorded that over how many days?
that took 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It took 2 weeks to get done.
Yeah.
2 separate recording dates. And during the time, I mean, one of those days was over like a period of 5 hours.
Yeah.
I mean, we went from 1 o'clock in the
Right.
afternoon.
Went out, ate, came
We
back.
went out, we ate, and came back. We were like, we got to get away from this. Let's just like, we literally went out to a
I forgot
restaurant.
about that.
Yeah.
Right? We went out to eat.
Yep.
We had some drinks.
Yep.
We got
Yeah.
back. We were like, okay, all right,
Let's do this again.
let's have
Mhm.
Richard dial back in around like
Yeah.
7 p.m. or something crazy like that.
Yeah.
And we kept going. And even then, it still had some issues. And in post production, I was bootstrapping it and putting it together, and video wasn't matching audio. I was like, oh my God, what's going on here? But
Mhm.
And just for context, in most cases, probably 95% of what we record, that's it, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's one take.
It's
Yeah.
one take.
Mhm.
Yes, we do this in one take.
And for that episode, we put a lot of work in.
It was
Yeah.
wild.
James put a lot
Yeah,
of work in.
It was
Yeah.
wild. I mean, we were here too.
Well, yes, the recording. I mean, the
Yes.
the
editing.
editing,
The
and
editing
the
and
behind the
stuff,
scenes.
yeah.
That was also a grind. But
Yeah.
but the product I felt was awesome.
I appreciate that.
So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about you guys? Favorite episode?
I mean, then we go to DMC,
DMC.
right? And that he comes
Yeah.
in and we do that in one take. And it was just like,
He
oh,
he
okay.
was just such a presence, right?
I know, right? Like that one was my favorite.
Mine too. But
Yeah.
for all the reasons,
Yeah.
for the nostalgia, I was
Mhm.
like, he's in my house.
That was
how
great.
how nice, normal, down to earth, genuine.
Genuine.
Right?
He's just a
yes.
nice, genuine
He
person. And he
was.
just exudes that, you know? It's
Yes.
just like that is
Yes.
who he is. There's no like
No, everything
phoniness
we
that's
asked him, he
going
was like,
on.
yes. I was like, yeah. I didn't expect that, you know?
Me either. And he
I didn't
came
know
for
what to
business.
expect.
Like he
Yeah.
was like, "Where's the bathroom?"
Yep.
All right, let's record.
Yep, he
Yep.
was ready.
go.
Yes.
I was like,
Yeah.
we were all like, oh,
Talk about, right?
Yeah.
Talk
We were
about
like-
one take. He was
that
like,
was one take and that
ready,
was it. That
everything.
was done.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
were like, oh,
Okay. Yeah.
I mean, but that also shows how good we are, right? Just saying.
All right, but talk about the nerves behind hoping that we have no technical issues.
Oh my God.
God, yeah. I think we were all feeling it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was our first ever episode recording using a fifth chair, a fifth mic,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
making sure that worked, restructuring the studio just to fit a fifth chair, which
Mhm.
sounds minor, but behind the scenes, there's a lot that goes into that,
Mhm.
and making sure that all worked. Making sure like my intro was tight, because you
Mhm.
don't want to sound like an amateur
Right.
when you
Right.
pull up in this, right?
Mhm.
So
You bang that out in one.
It was all
one
interesting.
take.
That was a one
was-
take.
Yeah. It was
That
good.
episode was one take.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was crazy. And
It
I
really
felt like
was.
that was just a great, great episode. Like we touched on everything and it was just so natural. But I
Mhm.
also think that he made us feel comfortable.
He
Which
did.
was nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I
He
think
definitely
made us
put
feel
me at
really
ease. Yeah.
Because I was upstairs and he's like, you okay? I'm like, nope. Nope. I was like,
I wasn't either.
I'm like, I'm gonna
Yeah.
throw up.
And we got a lot of questions on like, how'd you get DMC? And I think we told a little bit of the story of, you know, he's friends obviously with Cindy, but
Mhm.
and I think it was always in the thought process that we would get him on, at
Yeah.
least through in Cindy's
Mhm.
mind, and then
Yep.
how that came down
Yep.
to us. But that afternoon we were just hanging out. We went downtown to South Street Seaport.
Yes.
Yep.
There was a big hip hop festival going
Yeah.
on
I hope we get to do that again.
with a
That's
DJ that I
know.
follow,
so
right?
good.
Yes. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that must have been fun for you too, because you actually like got to take pictures and talk with
Yeah.
him.
Yeah,
So that was
yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So we're standing there talking to DMC, and he's, you guys got a podcast? When can I get on? And we're like, okay.
Now?
Yeah, we're like, you want to come on? Yeah, where
Let's
do you
check
live
the
again?
schedule.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
He's like, where do you live again? He's like, oh, that's not far from me, right? And we're like,
You were like,
"No."
huh?
Yeah.
I think we were all just like
In shock.
Okay.
I didn't
Is this
expect that.
real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought we were just gonna take some pictures with him, and that was gonna
Right?
be that.
I mean, that was fun.
Yeah. He's like, well, you're Cindy's friend, right? I said, uh-huh. That
Yeah.
means what to you?
Right?
You
It's
know,
like, you fam. Let's get
it
it.
Yeah.
held a lot of weight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who knew?
So we literally we
mean-
spent 90 minutes with him recording.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's our longest episode in our catalog right now, and he was gracious with his time, and
Yep.
Yeah.
even if you're watching us on YouTube right now, and you look behind Lisa and Janine, you see he signed a pair of shoes
Oh,
for
yes.
us.
Yeah.
So that's Ramon and Janine's shoe. Ours is at home in a
Yep.
little shadow box. He signed our hoodies. He was so
Yes.
gracious
Yeah,
with
he
his
was
time.
very- Yep.
Yeah, he
And he
really
did the
was.
drop. So if you heard the
Yeah.
intro to this
Yeah.
Yep.
episode, he did that drop for
Yeah,
us.
that was
So
an ode to DMC.
very,
Yeah.
very cool.
Oh, and go out and get his cookies, because some things are
Them-
delicious.
Yes.
And those holiday cookies.
Oh man, yes.
I was so
Delicious.
mad I only got one.
First of all,
He got
we
some
need.
Valentine's cookies coming out too.
Does he? How do you? Cindy told you that?
I saw on Instagram.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
all right.
All right.
Well,
We need
follow
to get
at
some
DMC cookies,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
Follow DMC.
They really are good cookies. Not
They're
just saying that
delicious,
because
yeah.
they're
Banging.
really good.
Yeah.
Yikes!
Some
I wish
good
the
cake.
bag was bigger.
I know.
Right?
Mm.
Yeah.
We need to get him back for a part 2
Yes.
at
Yeah.
some point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can make that happen.
Yeah.
So, what else? So we had
What
we had Young Lord, we had DMC,
Mhm.
we had a neighbor who is a retired
They're friends
NFL star
now.
Yeah,
and is
friends.
now
They
You
are
friends
guys
of
say
ours.
friends,
but they're
Yeah, we're
That's your
friends.
friend.
That's our friend now.
Nick and
Yeah,
Deep.
Nick
Yeah.
and Deep.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Nick was that episode. The craziest part about that episode is when he showed that injury to his knee.
Oh,
Mm.
Oh man,
oh,
Yeah.
I
yeah.
felt it.
what
When he showed
episode
it, I
number
felt
was
it.
that?
I don't know what episode.
But go
number
back
it
to
was.
that episode, especially on YouTube, where you get to see the picture of Nick's
It's episode
knee.
6.
episode 6.
Mhm.
His knee literally bends in
Oh.
backwards.
Oh.
Yeah, that was crazy.
And it was just something I can't unsee.
No.
Yeah,
Mhm.
nope.
But
Ugh.
yeah, and after a while, he was like, you know what? You can only do that for so much time, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that and him having his baby in the parking lot.
Yes.
Well, that too.
That was a fun story.
I mean, that was a great story.
That story. I mean, and that's the story. We was like, oh, you gotta
Mhm.
tell that story when you come
Yeah.
on the podcast. I didn't realize we was gonna talk about that injury to his
Woo.
knee,
Yeah.
which was crazy. But having a baby in the parking lot.
Yeah.
It was baby
After
number
you-
4. He was a pro.
Yeah. Right.
No,
He's
his
like,
wife
get it.
was Tina was
Let's
a
go
pro.
right here. I got it.
Yeah,
Tina was the
like
pro.
a football, right?
So and he went in the hospital, and it was like, oh, go get it. And then she's outside the car, like,
Uh-huh.
it's
It's
this
here.
Baby's here.
here.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Shout out to Tina for
Crazy.
hanging in there.
Seriously.
But
Oh
not
my God,
shout-
so we're
she's
gonna
a
have
no
trooper.
shout
Tina
out to that
on.
hospital though.
The
we're
wives.
gonna do the wives, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna do a ladies'
Let them
night
respond.
and let them respond to that episode, because there was other things talked about too. but,
I
you
don't know
know.
what you're talking about. What's your favorite episode?
Got to give him a chance, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh, and Deep was in too deep
He was
by the
in
time
too
that
deep.
episode was in.
That's his real name.
yeah. His wife was like,
Mhm.
some choice words for him when he got
Yep.
home.
Yep.
So no, we're gonna have that episode with just the ladies.
We hope so.
on.
We hope they
And,
Hope we
accept
can make
our
that
invite to
happen.
come
Yes.
on.
Yeah. But I have to say, Nick is another one. Like, don't follow football. Would
Mhm.
not know who he was if you
Right.
guys didn't tell me. But when I looked him up, I was like, oh, he's like a big, he's retired. But I'm like, he
Yeah.
was a big deal. Super gracious, very
So
nice, very
So,
down to
so
earth.
nice. Yep.
Right? His wife too. We were there was it last weekend?
Couple
Yeah,
of weekends
last
ago,
Saturday.
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But this is- they're
she was
blurring.
sharing, just some like from the wife's perspective,
Yes.
being married to a professional athlete.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit. And I was like, but even her, like very down to earth.
Yes.
They're very hands-on with their kids.
Yep.
Like just
Good people.
I
very good
kind of
people.
forget,
yes,
know.
that he's famous, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
being in their house, there's like a lot of memorabilia, so
Yes,
it
I love
reminds
that.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I loved it too.
Mhm.
You know, because I'm like, he's still young, but lived so much life
Yes.
already. You know, but yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
love how his happy place is his that 4-wheeler with
side by side.
the side by side with the plow on the front.
Yeah, he
And
wants
was
to plow
like, he's like,
everybody's
oh my
driveway.
god, it's gonna
Because your
snow.
neighbors would love that.
It's gonna snow and we're gonna hit
I
everybody's
was like, I
driveway.
wish he lived on my street.
I know, right?
I was like,
yeah.
can you take
But
that
another
thing all the way
testament
up
to how
Valley
nice
View?
he is, right? Like,
Yes.
I'll do your driveway. I'm like, what?
Such a genuine person. He's another one that's just so genuine, right?
Yeah,
And
so
just, like,
sweet,
you
so
meet-
sweet.
you meet
Big
these
guy,
people-
but
Nick-
like
Nick
just
is
like a
the
big
best.
teddy bear.
Yes,
Yeah.
like you
Yeah.
meet these people and you feel like they're gonna be like, oh, very
Yeah.
standoffish because
Yeah.
they're stars,
Right.
and then complete total opposite.
No,
Most nice.
Yeah.
They're just like the nicest people.
yeah.
Until he's hitting that punching game. I forgot what the game is.
Oh
D-pads,
God,
the-
what was that?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
they
yeah,
literally
yeah.
have
That
like
game
an
was
arcade. Teep's got an
addictive.
arcade
I
game in
know.
his
I was like,
basement
I'm not
where
gonna
we're-
hit that.
you're
Oh, I hit it.
punching
I'm gonna hit
the
it a few times.
the hanging punching bag that you hit and just
Yeah, it
you
was
watch
fun.
the score run up.
Yeah.
Right?
I
And
thought
you
Nick was gonna punch it off of
The
the
thing.
machine.
yes.
He's like, beat that score. Okay.
I was like, whose score is that? He's like, mine.
I was like, why are we even playing anymore?
It's like no fun.
Oh man,
Hmm.
what was some other episodes?
We had another episode titled "The Briefing and Debriefing of Get-Togethers."
That one's always fun. Yeah,
So that was
because we still
that
do
was
that.
fun.
Yep. We had the New York City Wine and Food Festival review, food we grew up eating.
Mhm.
Oh man, that was a walk down memory lane.
Yes.
Mhm. Why do we love talking about that so much?
The food we grew up eating.
Just like anything nostalgic. Like we also had our 90s episode. We had the
90s.
great idea for us to dress up for it, right?
Yeah.
But like all that nostalgia, the clothing,
Yeah.
food, music, it just like, I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Could
Because
do
it's who
more
we
of it.
are.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
That's us.
Love it.
Yeah.
It is definitely in our makeup.
Mm-hmm.
So what was the probably your most favorite from that episode around the food we ate? What was your favorite thing or maybe your least favorite thing again, just to recap on that?
In that episode, I think we spoke about the cheapest cold cuts you could buy.
No, it was the hot and cold sandwich.
That was
From
a
McDonald's.
different.
Oh, that
a
wasn't
That
it?
was
different
season
one.
1.
Oh God, I thought that was that one.
No, that was one of my favorite things
That-
to eat though.
but I
That,
mean-
The McDonald's.
the McDonald's McDLT.
Yeah.
Or McDLT.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The hot side hot and the cold side
What was the
cold.
D
Yeah.
for?
McDonald's.
Was it McDLT?
It's a McDLT.
Or McDLT?
I
McDonald's,
called it
lettuce,
a McDLT
tomato.
in that episode, but it was the McDLT.
Oh yeah,
so-
we got corrected in the comments.
At least they're
McDLT,
commenting.
yes.
At least they're getting comments.
Someone's commenting. Yay.
Hey, comment. Hey,
That's-
correct.
Correct
Everybody,
me.
correct me. Just put it in the comments.
All comments are good comments.
Yes.
So they're not.
I think that in that it was pretty nostalgic. Thinking about the spiced ham and cheese heroes and the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
what else? We talked about pork and beans.
Ugh.
Oh,
Pork and
yeah.
Pork and beans. Ugh.
Pork and beans.
Yeah, which was hot
Spam,
dogs.
all the meats in the cans.
Hot
Mm.
dogs.
Did we
and-
talk about Chef Boyardee though?
I don't know. Okay.
Maybe.
I
So,
don't
so
know.
Chef Boyardee, what was the other one? There was another canned.
ravioli?
No,
The,
another brand.
Was there?
Uh,
With
Yeah.
like SpaghettiOs or was that Chef Boyardee?
SpaghettiOs,
SpaghettiOs.
and you can taste the difference. I feel like SpaghettiOs were sweeter,
The SpaghettiOs.
right?
Okay.
We used to
I
eat
don't-
that.
I didn't eat it.
And it had like these.
I
little
ate it.
meatballs.
You had an option to not eat it?
Well, my mother didn't buy it.
I grew up
Oh.
in an Italian household. The
Yeah.
SpaghettiOs
No.
wouldn't set foot in the building.
We ate it.
Nope. And it was that with a
Wasn't
slice
right.
of bread and milk.
Ugh.
Yeah.
We used to eat the Chef Boyardee ravioli.
I
We
hated
used to eat spam.
because I feel like it was always cold in the inside.
Yep. We had spam. And all the fish out of a can. You know, the
Tuna.
salmon,
Sardines.
tuna,
Sardines.
sardine. I didn't eat the sardines. My parents did.
My father ate
But like my
sardines.
mother would make
Worst
salmon
thing ever.
burgers. She'd
Mhm.
make tuna. They eat the sardines straight.
My mom too with crackers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think my least favorite were the Vienna sausages.
See, I was a
Yeah, I
Vienna
didn't
sausage
either.
queen. I
The
ate
smell,
them
I
things.
was like, ugh.
That's gross.
My mom will put them in rice, spaghetti,
Everything. They went in
Soup.
everything.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
eggs.
Yeah,
We
that's your
ate those
protein.
things. all that packed meat in that little thing, in that nasty can, and that
And the gelatin.
gelatin.
I'm so sorry.
Ugh.
I'm so sorry you
Yeah,
grew up that
it's
way.
like, oh, you came out of school. Here's a snack.
Here you go.
Some crackers and Vienna sausages. It's like, okay.
And a glass of milk.
Ugh.
Yeah, some milk.
We ate
Then
it
you
though.
wonder
We
why our
drank
milk.
it.
sodium is so high right
Oh
now.
God. Oh God.
But did you like
I
it?
could
when
not
you?
drink
I
milk.
mean, I didn't know anything else
But you weren't like, oh, I hate eating this. You ate it,
I
right?
ate
It was
it,
fine.
yeah. until I can say I don't want it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ugh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, whatever.
So sorry.
Mister, we had
Oh
our
my
set
gosh.
meals every day.
Yeah. No.
Feel sorry for you.
Yeah. Well, I did have to succumb to Salisbury steak.
Yeah.
That. So that
And
was.
hot
I mean, I
dogs.
wasn't
so-
mad at Salisbury. Did we get Salisbury steak in at school lunch?
Yeah. It's
Mm.
gross. And TV dinners when that became a thing.
Yeah.
I liked the TV dinner dessert.
That's
Cake.
all we liked. And the corn.
Yes.
Yeah, corn. I could eat the hell out of
Right?
some corn.
Just
Well-
not straight out the can, right?
Just not straight out the can.
I was
You
like,
remember
we
that
talked
story?
about
Yeah,
that.
we
Yeah.
talked about
We had
that.
that story where
Wait,
Lisa's corn is straight out the can.
That's how I grew up. My mom did it
Not
straight out
cooked?
the can.
Yeah.
You don't
We
have to
always
cook
warmed it
corn.
up. We
It's already
always warmed it
cooked.
up. Yes.
My
But
mom will
no.
open the can and just throw it on your plate.
Yeah.
Here you go. Here you go. Right next to the rice and that lettuce.
That lettuce.
She won't even strain it. You just dump it on your
Just-
plate.
Just scoop it out. That's it.
But
Scoop
you ate
out.
it, right?
I had to eat it. I had to eat it.
It was already cooked.
Oh my God.
Like who needs to put that level of
It's
effort
in room temperature. It came out the cabinet. What?
Oh my gosh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean,
Didn't
say
know.
anything to justify it. It was room temperature and it was summertime.
I don't know. I mean, that's I guess how she grew up.
And it was
I
a
don't know.
Thursday.
Yeah.
Who wants to do anything on Thursday?
Who wants to heat up corn?
Right?
Mm-mm.
Mm-hmm.
What else? What other episodes we had in
Oh.
season
We
2?
had the 90s episode. We had some holiday episodes.
I think we
Mhm.
beat that.
Oh,
to
we
death
had
already.
people watching.
People watching. That was a good one.
Briefing and debriefing of get-togethers.
Mhm.
Stranger Danger,
We had Stranger Danger.
which yeah, someone commented that
And
was
what your algorithm says about you.
Someone comes in.
What did they comment?
on Stranger Danger?
yeah. Basically, they were with us on the vacation where we met the German woman.
Oh, yeah, in DR, right?
Yeah, and it was
yeah,
like,
yeah.
I remember that.
Oh,
There's a whole story about that one.
Yeah.
That moment in the pool. You want to tell it?
No.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
Anyways,
Mm.
So Mama
Carry on.
Wanna? No?
that's
Okay.
what happens in DR stays in DR.
Okay. Let us stay in DR.
But I just want you guys to know that you can have too much mama wanna.
Not marijuana.
Not
No.
marijuana.
Mama
Wanna.
Mama
Mama
Juana.
Juana,
Mama Juana.
Mama
Yes.
Juana.
Mama Juana.
Yeah. Yes.
which
Which
is a
is
drink.
a drink.
It's a
Mhm.
drink.
And
Mhm.
it doesn't have marijuana in it.
Nope.
No.
No.
That's
But it
just
might look
potent.
like it.
That's potent.
It is potent. Goes down a
Mhm.
little too easy.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's
Anyway.
funny. They remember
Anywho.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Stranger Danger and what else? What did I just say? We had
The algorithm. What's in
the
your algorithm?
Algorithm.
Mhm.
Which
Were
is
we talking
crazy.
about like our feed and
Mhm.
Yeah.
Lisa's feed is all about like shopping and puppies.
Right.
Right.
Maybe.
What's wrong with that?
Nothing.
That's a happy feed.
right?
Yeah.
It's a great feed. It's a great feed. Well,
Mhm.
so
Oh, man.
what are we thinking about for season 3 is going to be
Ooh.
upon us shortly. What are we
People
thinking?
keep saying they want more controversy. We even got that
Controversy.
feedback last night. Remember? They
Really?
were like, yeah, we were hanging out with friends for your birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
And one of them said, we like Jerry Springer. You need some controversy.
Man.
Yeah.
You know, what was the example?
They wanted us to talk through
Uh-huh.
the situation of if you know, if someone you know, a couple you know,
Uh-huh.
if one of the people
It's
Or
cheating.
cheating.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you tell?
What do you do?
Do
Right.
you tell the other person?
Right.
That's
What
what
do you
y'all were
do?
talking about.
Yes,
that's
and
what
I
we're
said
talking
I'm gonna
about.
mind my damn business.
Yes.
So-
I said I've experienced that. Minding my business.
Mhm.
But I did say something to the person who was doing the cheating.
yeah.
I never said it to the other person.
But I think that in season 3, we probably will get into topics like that.
Yes,
and-
that to
and-
just touch a
and-
little more on
Yeah.
what would you do?
What would you do? Yeah.
What would you do? And have
So-
you done it?
Es muy serioso.
You gonna get novela like?
Huh?
We gonna get novela like?
Oh my God.
Yes.
We need a novella opening
Yeah,
to the
right?
episode.
We'll get one of the guys from Chapala to come on over. And we'll get Israel, the bartender, to come on over and do a cold opening for us.
Mhm.
That'd be funny.
But
Oh,
I
man.
do think we should probably start to venture out a little bit more into the world of interviews.
Mhm.
Maybe bring some different people on to also give their perspective on some of those areas and let them talk about the controversy versus us. I think that would be
Mhm.
fun.
If they're
Yeah.
willing to do it.
I mean, we can probably blur the face,
Change the voice.
change the voice, and blur the face.
I
Well,
do
that's-
think also for our target audience, right? For this midlife folks, there are actually a ton of other podcasts out there with folks that may focus in certain areas of life relative to our age group that we may want to, bring on and talk
Like
about.
what?
Like, for example, those that are in their 40s and doing career transitions, those that are in their 40s and becoming empty nesters,
Mhm.
All of us.
right? So all of us. So when we think about that, there's folks that just focus in that area and give advice in that area and things. It might be interesting to have some folks pop
I love
on
that.
and
Yeah.
have some good conversations. What do you think?
I think that'd be dope.
Can we have
like it.
one of these? I always screw up the names of the generations. What is the 30 down to like 25?
Generation Z.
Z.
Can we have one of them on and talk about what the F is going on with that?
Oh my God, we probably could. I can probably get a
I
couple
want
of
to say,
I won't
what do
say
you
it-
mean?
I
by
won't
that,
say it
but
like
then
that.
we're gonna- But
I'm willing to take my fair share of the blame in this because I know as a parent,
okay.
right? But not 100%. Part of it is on them. What is going on with them?
Yeah, I think there's enough blame
Hmm.
to go around.
Mm-hmm.
They're a very entitled. Oh, is it okay for me to say they're an entitled generation?
They're an entitled bunch, aren't they?
I mean, it's.
We should talk
it's-
about that.
I think that
Or we should let someone else talk
it's
about
Right?
all
it.
relative.
I would love to.
I
And
think
that's
it's
what I'm
all
saying. I
relative.
think we should. I
don't
mean,
know.
amongst
I
our
mean,
kids, there's at least one or two in that age group. We could have at
Mhm.
least one on, and just kind of talk about some things because I'd love to hear their.
We might hurt their feelings.
Well, I won't. I'll be nice. I'll be polite, but I would love to hear their perspective. I want to hear
Mhm.
directly from them what is going on.
But-
Mhm.
and we don't have to go too deep down this rabbit hole, but generationally, things changed, and the way each generation was raised and the resources they had available, it all
I said
changed.
I'm
And
willing
now
to
we
take part
got-
of the blame.
we got to the
I was being
space
serious
where,
about that.
which is, I think, there's a healthy medium between actually having a debate with your children so that they have a voice or whatever. But
Mhm.
me growing up, I did what I was told to do because they said so,
Right.
and
That's
that
how
was
we
the
grew up.
response.
You
Right.
couldn't talk back
Because
and
you-
because I said
Well, there was
so.
a consequence if you
So,
did. right?
And then even back then, the part of the culture was spare the rod, spoil a child.
Yep.
So
We didn't
So
like
it was just
that, and so
different.
we changed it.
so it's just different. And then this is for every
this
action.
is what we got.
Yeah,
every
So
right.
action.
that's why I opened with I'm willing to own my fair share of the blame in this. I'm willing to take responsibility because I know I think we meant well. We meant well.
Of course, we wanted to give them what we didn't have.
I think we
listen.
went too far.
Probably.
I think that I don't think that we
Well, we
went
can
too
save
far.
it, but I think we
Yeah.
But I
need to
think
talk
that-
about
I
this.
think it's a
Yeah,
great
we should talk
topic.
about it. We should
Right?
talk about it. I think this is
And-
gonna be
but
a great
we need to have a
discussion.
representative
we can
from
have a
that
healthy-
generation.
we can have a-
Representative.
We have a healthy debate.
right?
They
So
might get
can-
they
they
might
can
get a bit
see.
uncomfortable between this.
Yeah, right.
But I think we can have a healthy debate about that.
because then they can hear from our perspective as the parents, right? But I really truly do want to hear from them, because I'm like, the way we grew up, it's very difficult for me to understand what is happening. So I really do want to hear, like, represent your generation. Like, tell us what is it as the parents? Well, you guys did blank, therefore we interpreted that as it's okay for us to do or not to do whatever. A lot to talk about.
Yeah.
But yeah, we should definitely have an episode on that.
Yeah.
Lee, what do you want? What else do you want to touch on? Season 3.
Season 3, I was thinking about having a live audience.
Oh, I love that.
Having
idea.
a live audience
Yeah.
and, letting them see what we do and asking us questions.
Oh,
That'd be
okay.
fun.
I think that would be a good
It's
one.
kind of like the Instagram equivalent. Do you ever follow people who go live and you're like, or not even live, they'll say, ask me anything you want, right?
Uh-huh.
On
Yeah.
Instagram, you've seen that? People do it and then
Yeah,
they'll
and they
answer.
just like come up through the
Yeah.
feed, whatever.
So
Yeah.
you do it live. I love that.
Yeah.
Me too.
I think
That'd be fun.
I mean, I want to touch on that. I think it'll be fun.
Do we have to feed them?
test it out? No.
We have to have the
Why?
craft
Snacks?
table.
Oh. They get water and crackers and Vienna sausages.
Oh, all the food we
And
grew up
Samantha.
on.
And if they're
Some
lucky,
Malta.
there'll be a can of sardines.
Yep. We'll set out
I
some
remember
pork and
this.
beans and some sausage.
And some spiced ham.
Wait, no, we can't forget the canned corn.
The charcuterie board.
Right?
Oh,
Room temperature,
spiced
that canned
ham.
corn.
You gotta have some
no.
room
Did
Did
temperature
somebody
canned
eat
corn.
liverwurst? Did we say liverwurst?
Liverwurst?
I let
Liverwurst.
you liverwurst because I like liverwurst.
So the
I
charcuterie
did.
board will have some spiced
I
ham,
can't.
some liverwurst, and some bologna. Oh, fried bologna.
Fried
Fried bologna
bologna.
was
Fried
good.
That was
bologna.
good.
That's
Fried
what,
bologna
that's
was
what we
good.
talked about.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I love that idea. We definitely need to do
I
that.
wanted to, yeah.
All right, let's see if we can sucker in some poor souls to come hang out with us.
No, people get excited
think,
when they see the
you know.
studio, and they get excited about the opportunity to probably see some of this stuff in action. So
I love when like companies like the plumbers and the electricians come and they have to like walk through the studio down here. They're like, "Oh my God, you guys have a podcast!" Blah
Yeah.
blah blah. It's so much fun. to
Shout
hear.
out to any of the service people that came into my basement and was excited and said they were going to watch and follow. Shout out to all of you guys.
Yes.
Thank you.
And thank you.
Thank you.
All right, gang. So that about does it for this episode. It's a bonus episode. So get ready for season 3. Get ready to have some really good ongoing conversations, some good conversations, potentially some live conversations or with Q&A and stuff. And just come hang out with us.
Maybe some more celebrities. Who knows?
Yeah.
Cindy.
Who knows? Who knows?
Cindy.
Cindy.
She's definitely working on stuff for us as always.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I really
Cindy's a
appreciate
beast.
that
Yep.
with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about getting her on the network too. So
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
She needs her own.
She needs her own
does.
podcast. Yes.
Yes. I did forget to mention, we also, during filming of season 2, we met Lindsay from Sylvia's.
Oh, yeah.
And
Yeah.
Lindsay's got some really great ideas that
Yeah.
he might want to work with Midlife Crisis Media. So fingers crossed on all that fun
Mhm.
stuff. So a lot of
Mhm.
things happening
Yeah.
Yeah.
with us, for us, together. So we're very excited about
Yeah.
that.
Yep. Thanks for riding out and keeping us in your feed.
Yeah.
Yes.
We appreciate it.
Definitely.
Yes.
All right, gang.
And
so
if you're new to the channel, what?
Stay.
Like and subscribe. We should be saying that in the beginning.
Yeah.
Because
I mean,
maybe
if they
some
got
of you
this
didn't
far,
make
we're
it to
doing
the end of
something
this
good,
episode.
right?
But if you made it to the end of this episode and you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe.
yes, and come hang out with us. Otherwise, we'll see you guys soon, hopefully.
Right.
Peace.
Later.
Bye.
Thanks for hanging out with us today. If you enjoy this episode, then do 2 things for us. 1, share it with your friends. And 2, leave us a glowing 5-star review on Apple Podcasts. Don't forget to check out our YouTube channel as well. Thanks again, and we'll see you on the next episode of the Friends After 40 podcast.